Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Pain Train. Continuing on with my video game environment series, here's my top 5 boat and ship stages and areas in video games. Hopefully this is apparent from the title, but this is my list of favorites. This is heavily influenced by my own subjectiveness and biases, but I will try to explain as thoroughly as I can why each area appeals to me. Also, I will be upfront with the fact that I am a Nintendo fanboy, and as such, most entries are going to be from those games. However, I am limiting it to one entry per series for each video, otherwise certain series would dominate these rankings. I'm going to touch on aesthetics, level design, and music. Without any further ado, let's go! Coming in at number 5 is Daisy's Cruiser from Mario Kart Double Dash. This level is set on a giant cruise ship that is somehow able to support a bunch of go-karts being doubled up on by a group of maniacs. This is probably the most memorable stage in Double Dash for me personally. You start out on the top of a ship and have to navigate around a pool and work your way through the interior of the ship, avoiding sliding dining tables caused by the swaying ship before speeding by the crew's bedrooms and rounding back towards the finish line. There's also a section where you can fall pretty far in the interior of the ship and have to be shot out by some sort of cannon near the end. It's a pretty simple premise. It's a Mario Kart level on a boat. But the music is tropical and fun, the visuals are bright and colorful, and the stage really has no negatives to speak of. And that's not a guarantee on most Mario Kart stages. It's just a fun racing stage in an atypical environment. At number 4 is the Princess Peach from Paper Mario and the Origami King. Next is another cruise ship owned by a monarch in the Mario franchise, though in a different game series this time. This is my first Paper Mario game that I put any significant time into, and this area is one of the best in the game, based on both setting and plot relevance. You find the ship in pretty rough shape, the crew is missing, there's damage everywhere, and your Bob-omb companion that has been here before has amnesia. Through certain circumstances, you need to recover an item for him to help you in another area of the game, so you're forced to venture through this broken, creepy vessel. Through physical context clues and not-so-hidden background shots, you get an idea of what attacked the ship, before finding what you came here for finally gets snatched up by the monster, which turns out to be none other than a Kraken-sized blooper. Other enemies include Origami Sniffits, Cheep Cheeps, and Fire Bros. The music is creepy and foreboding, and once the boss reveals itself, tense and booming. Not only was this one of the best areas in the game, it was a very unique setting with a common but underrated trope, and it had a very Wind Waker feel when it came to both finding the ship and exploring it. When it comes to visuals, boss battle, and heartbreaking plot tie-in, this area did a lot of things right. Next at number 3 is Pirate Panic from Donkey Kong Country 2. There are quite a few pirate ship stages in this game, but my favorite is the very first one. The other ones involve either too much climbing, a homicidal fish, or a very annoying bird. It has a general aesthetic, a large floating wooden ship with a sparkling speed behind you under a blue sky. Pirate Panic starts slowly and gets you acclimated to the platforming, hidden bonus levels, and simple enemies including clobbers, clumps, and neeks. Just like in Donkey Kong Country 1, Rambo the Rhino is available to help bust through walls and smash enemies. The music starts as calm ambience, low waves splashing, and the creaking of the swaying ship. It slowly brings in the drums and then builds into a familiar Donkey Kong tune. The whole stage is very relaxed, which makes sense as an entry level, but it ends up standing out as a great ship stage. In second place is the SS Sand from Pokémon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. With the reputation this game gets, I'd understand if people were surprised that I chose this version over the originals or the 3rd gen remakes. But after guiding my son through this game, I very much enjoyed the updated visuals of a lot of areas, including the cruise ship SS Am. The premise is the exact same as the other games. You're basically here to battle other trainers and get the ability cut. But something about running all over this huge cruise ship as a young kid really hits my adventure craving. The music is a big part of the experience, with its violin remix of the classic theme that oozes relaxation and class. The rival battle isn't as good, unfortunately. Let's Go Rival just isn't as satisfying to whoop as the cocky blue was back in the day. But I really enjoy the small bonding moment with Pikachu, or Eevee, on the deck of the boat. The SS Anne is one of my favorite parts of Kanto, and despite some problems with the game, Let's Go does a great job bringing the ship to life again. Gold medal goes to Sand Ship from The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. The best ship in the Zelda series surprisingly does not come from Wind Waker, but instead the much maligned Skyward Sword as one of its major dungeons. Set on a pirate ship in the Great Sea of the distant past, the abandoned vessel now sits in a sea of sand in a vast desert. However, the ship houses a time stone, gems that will change an area into the past, and in this case take the ship back to its heyday on the water. Link has to use this mechanic to solve the ship's many puzzles in past and present, and free the former crew under the imprisonment of pirates that have taken over the ship. Enemies include Arachna, Bokoblins, and Skirvo, the robotic pirate captain mini-boss. This battle is the highlight of the dungeon, and one of the best in the game. Once the crew has been freed, there's an escape sequence where tentacles start tearing through the ship and you have to run, hack, and slash your way back to the deck. The build up for this final boss is masterful. It makes you think this is going to be a cracking boss for the ages. But no, it's just a blob monster. This design is honestly the area's biggest flaw, and though I still consider this my favorite ship environment, this boss holds it back from being one of my favorite areas in all of gaming. Overgrown Celia aside, this boat dungeon is one of the best in the game and is an iconic peak to this biome.
So what did you think of the list? Who did I leave off? Who shouldn't be on here? Let me know in the comments below. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, please drop a like, subscribe, follow on various social media in the description below. Keep an eye out for more biome rankings in the future. And as always, have a blessed day.